Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is episode number 126. It is still Men's Mental Health Month in November. My birthday just passed. I believe it was on Friday, so it's November 17th. So is any Scorpios out there? Give me a little thumbs up if you guys are a Scorpio. What am I talking about? I don't know. I don't want to do this fucking podcast. I didn't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it today. I didn't want to do it last week. But this is why I think I have to, is because I honestly do not feel good at all. I don't. A lot of changes happening again in my life, and it's frustrating, it's disappointing, it's unknown and uncertain. So all of those three, maybe even more factors together, makes things way harder than it needs to be. Okay, so, there's always a silver lining, there's always a bright side, there's good stuff happening all around. There's good stuff. But in the circle that I live in, it sucks. Okay, and that's where I always agree to disagree when people say, look at the bright side. Right? Because yes, we can, and you have to understand, looking at the bright side is good, but knowing that it's there is what it is. You got to know that the bright side is there. Right? It's there. It's fucking there. But when you're in the bubble, you also have to accept the fact that your life kind of sucks right now. And it's going to for a little bit. Right? For a little bit, it's going to be a big black cloud full of shit. And once you learn to accept the fact that that's how it is, you're going to progress a little bit faster. Right, but for most people, they like to mask it. And they like to say, it's a great day all the time, and this is how it's going to be, and, Cheerios. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because it's false. You're living a false, fragmental mindset of life. Life, there is pain. Life, there is frustration. Life, there's complication. Right? But there's also happiness and joy and enthusiasm and greatness. And that's what we strive for. Right? But when you keep searching for that only, you're going to become more depressed than ever. Rather than accepting the fact that right now it kind of stinks. Right now it sucks. There's big changes happening for me, perfect example, and I've never said it before, right? My whole thing that I've been happy with and doing stuff and bar backing and bartending and working with cool people and talking, it's gone. It's gone. I still work there, but people have left, people got fired, things have changed, there's a lot of change, and now I'm stuck there pretty much with a couple other people that are left, and it just isn't the same. So to me, it feels like crank all over again, right? It's like you had this thing with these people where it was fun and you were excited to go to work and go in early and do things after. And then in a fucking minute, it's gone. And it's almost like PTSD, where it kind of feels like the same relationship that you get into and then it happened again. But that's life, right? Then you move to another place and then you do this something else and same thing and then it happens again, right? I have no idea. But that's just one of the 10,000 things that are happening in life right now. But all I can tell you is that the structure that I've had, the certainty that I had is no longer. Right now it's uncertain for me. What am I doing? When am I going here? What am I going to do? When is this going to happen? So now it's more of questioning shit. And honestly, I don't do well with it. I don't do well with what's happening right now. But there's one thing I do well with, and that's being resilient and bouncing back from whatever it is that's happening. But right now, it's not fun. I'm short. I have a temper. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm frustrated as shit. And even more so, I'm just confused. Right? I don't understand what's happening. And for me, that takes me down a hard road of a depression or negativity, if you want to say that. But I don't think it's bad, honestly. I don't, because I feel like everyone has it, and everyone goes through it. But some people just like to mask it. And then they mask it for so long that it gets really bad. Rather than, this is the present emotion right now, and this is the present feeling that I have, and now I have to do stuff about it. Right? I have to work out more. I have to do this more. I have to do this more. Make sure I keep doing the daily routine of trying to be positive. Right? Trying to keep happy intact. Because if I don't do that, then the spiral goes lower and deeper. So making sure I go into the cold ass pool in the morning and drinking tons of water with Himalayan salt, and then washing my face with cold water, and then trying to get my morning workout in and doing my 100 push-ups a day, and saying my affirmations and going outside and praying and doing all my grateful and gratitudeness and doing all that stuff just to keep subpar. Because if I didn't do it, I'd be below par. I'd be in the pits. So I don't want you to think that I spit all this jargon thinking like, this is what he does, this is how great he feels. No, I do it to make myself feel better. I do it to make myself feel like a human being. Because right now I don't feel like a human being. I feel like a zombie corpse, part of death. And you don't have to say, oh, I'm so sorry you feel this way. Don't give me no comments. I say, oh, you'll bounce back. And I will, because I will. But I just want you to know, as a viewer, as a listener, as a person, that you're going to go through the same shit. And it's your job to try to keep subpar. Right? It's our job to try to just stay here. Just stay here for a little bit. Here's par. Right now I feel like here. But we don't want to go down to here. Right, we're not gonna fucking be here all the time. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You wanna be here. When you're in the shit, this is the shit right now. And doing all the good skills and all the stuff that I work with keeps me here. So when it starts to ride and the wave is over, I'll at least be up here. Like, I say my prayers, I say all my stuff, I say my gratefulness, I do all these things so I fucking can just hover right here. And most people don't even know how hard it is to be here. But if you're watching this, you do. And that's why I want to thank you for coming out to this episode of whatever fucking episode we're on of the Not Jersey to Vegas podcast, the Mental Mobility Podcast. Because I gotta keep doing it. Because it helps me. Me coming up here and talking gives me a sign of relief. Because up here, it's not good. Here is not good. And if I haven't texted you or responded back to your wonderful messages on Instagram and Facebook of you saying happy birthday to me, I'm not gonna respond. This is the response. Thank you. Thank you so much. But if you didn't hear that on here, well then don't take it personally. I'm just not gonna fucking do it. Just so you know. See you next week. Or in 2 days.